Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. Now, with that being said, let's dive back into the past. June of 2022, while Luna, the collapse of Terra USD and Luna, are still fresh in our minds. What did we get? Well, we got this document from the BIS. A lot of people were distracted. They didn't know what was going to go, on after the Luna situation. But we got this document. Now, at this time, a lot of people from the quant community were saying QNT is at the forefront of this. Doesn't really matter, right? Outside of speculation, we know that APIs are the foundation of this new monetary system. It's been proven from this document back in June of 2022. Now, this page, right, this future monetary system, it got outlined by Hyun-Sung Shin. Hope that I'm saying that name correctly, but he is actually from the BIS. Now, they gave us a few key takeaways down here. Obviously, crypto got brought up in conversation. Tokenization got, talked about a little bit. CBDCs, things like that. What we got from this was that they are planning a new monetary system. Now, Hyun-Sung Shin, well, check this video out. This is him talking about basically what I would come to say is XRP and on-demand liquidity. Again, this got posted by erob_Cali back in 2022. Now, separate yourselves from the XRP community, separate yourselves from XRP. Tell me what he is describing to you, because it sounds extremely similar to XRP and on-demand liquidity.
So what this type of system enables you to do is to avoid the current practice, which is to say, if I want to make a payment to a, on behalf of my client, to a supplier, on another continent, what you need to do is to hold a deposit in a bank in that jurisdiction, ideally, and then just call up the bank and say, look, debit my account and credit the account of the supplier. And if you don't have an account, you have to use a correspondent bank. And if you don't even have a correspondent bank with a, with a deposit in that jurisdiction, you need to string along a whole host of different correspondent banks. Now, for that system to work, you need to hold balances at all of these different parts of the chain. And in a way, it's going back to the origins of supply chain financing, where the credit function and the payment function all are bundled together. And so it's incredibly intensive in terms of liquidity, and there are the operational challenges all along the chain. What this kind of platform can do is to just short circuit all of that. And of course, what you would need to do is, of course, convert some of your deposits into tokens. Yeah. So you cannot avoid tying up some of your deposits somewhere, but you can just do it once, and let's say just hold it in London, and then the tokens can circulate everywhere. Without having to, lock up liquidity at different points, around the world, together with all the other problems that go along with that. Now, how far are we from seeing these things in action? Well, we've done experiments and they work. What we need to do is to make sure that we can actually build this to scale and build it so that they have the resilience that will really, stand the test of, real-world use. But the technology is pretty clear, and this is not experimental technology.
So there you guys have it, right? And what he's talking about is pre-funding. He's talking about Nostro Vostro accounts. He's talking about tapping into a convertible asset that can convert any two different currencies. He's literally addressing this and talking about a bridge currency, essentially. Now, if I didn't know about XRP, I would be like, well, I don't know what this could be. But knowing what I know about XRP and on-demand liquidity, this makes me think XRP. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But beyond this, we got an updated view just recently in June of this year. And again, this is from Hyon Song Shin, and this is the blueprint for the future monetary system, improving the old, enabling the new. Again, what got brought up? Well, interoperability of multiple ledgers, API plug and play, tokenized deposits, tokenized assets. I mean, literally everything that we have been addressing around crypto got brought up in this conversation. I keep telling you guys that you need to really decipher a lot of what they tell you. They're not going to flat out say, hey, guess what, guys, we're using XRP. Go invest your money into XRP. No, they're not going to say that. The same way that they're not going to say, hey, we're tapping into QNT. They've done trials. They've done, these POCs. And that's where you can really kind of get a glimpse into what they are doing. Like, for an example, the BIS is working with Quant. They've already experimented with Quant. The same way that Ripple is literally working with the BIS on this cross-border payments task force, which got announced on August 10th, right? When we talked about this. You know what's funny about this? You guys probably remember my video from the other day where I was talking about RTGS Global. Yeah, RTGS Global is tied to this as well. I keep saying that these connections are crucial to mention simply because they are planning a new financial system. We are in the wake of a new financial system. Now, let's go over here to the BIS. History of the BIS. They go all the way back to 1930, which we've known, right? This is the central bank of central banks. What you might not know, though, is this. While the Bretton Woods Agreement remained in effect, the BIS played a crucial role in maintaining international currency convertibility. They literally play the role of maintaining convertibility of currencies. It also acted as the agent for the 18-country European Payments Union, a settlement system that helped restore convertibility among European currencies from 1952 to 1958. They were also behind Basel III. They were also behind the transition period from the gold standard. They were also behind the swift cutoff of Russia's central bank as well. I mean, they literally are a key player behind all of this. Now, I also want to take you guys to this. So this is a website, quantumparty.org. I keep telling you guys that I don't care about politics because, listen, Democrat or Republican, they are both terrible. Listen, if Democrats were better than Republicans and if Republicans were better than Democrats, don't you think that we would have gotten something done already? I mean, hell, look at the country from 1900s to now. It has been in a free fall. I mean, the world around us seems as though it's crumbling because it's all tied back to the US dollar. And guess who's making decisions around the US dollar and the US economy? Oh yeah, that's right. Both parties. People that are Republican blame Democrats. People that are Democrats blame Republicans. Do you understand why this is the case? Do you understand why this is the design and why there's two parties? Because they know that it divides people. I keep telling you guys that, if we all came together and we actually stopped dividing each other on stupidity, literally stupidity, we can easily accomplish anything. They want to divide and conquer. It's as simple as that, right? And both parties, just like we are seeing here, are corrupt and useless. I completely agree. Now, they want to make a new party, this website. That's what their main goal is. But what I find very interesting is they have a section on their website, and it's called Banking. And here we have Banking Reset. A storm is coming. Many banksters never stopped doing the same reckless things that caused the last crash in 2008. A massive storm is now brewing over the entire industry, but this time we won't be able to bail out or bail our way out of it. For several reasons, including a regional banking implosion, a commercial real estate bubble, which by the way seems to be popping, which we will talk about here in a second, international de-dollarization, and $100 trillion black swan event. set to go off this year. The entire Western-led global financial system is about to collapse. Nothing that our policymakers normally do to prevent crashes will work this time. We must prepare for the most severe financial turbulence in our nation's history and move quickly to execute unorthodox maneuvers that will enable us to adapt and survive. I keep telling you guys that the overall banking system is a big scam. It's a big scam. And everyone is so quick to want to sell out of crypto and stockpile dollars. I think that profit taking is crucial. We should definitely take profits. I mean, it's 100% a thing, right? But beyond this, I also think that we 100% need to be in crypto. We should have at least a certain percentage of our net worth in crypto, specifically ones that are deflationary. Now, within this, we do see modernize the money system. This is where we talk about CBDCs. But after they crash our paper money, nobody will trust anything they control, meaning CBDCs. So many Americans will prefer to use non-government digital currencies. Instead, we must create a regulatory environment which makes that easily possible. And here we talk about regulating crypto assets, then modernizing SWIFT. Modernize our banking system by replacing the outdated SWIFT wire transfer system with Ripple. And they talk about Ripple's technology here. And then launch a digital dollar. This website is very interesting. I'm not going to take everything, off of this website and say, yeah, this is 100% going to happen. No, because this is somebody else creating this website. But damn, I agree with it fully. Because they want to keep us poor. They want to keep us down. They want to keep us divided. They want to keep us distracted. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this. This is why I absolutely love talking to people that are either Republican or Democrat, because I keep telling them, what makes you actually support this party? Did your parents tell you about it when you were growing up? Does, somebody who is a Republican or Democrat, speak to you and really kind of, alleviate your pain points or anything? No. These people are just costume wearers. They wear a suit and tie and tell you everything that you want to hear. For the longest time, these people have played a role in dividing the people. And did you ever wonder how every single politician seems to be extremely wealthy? Nobody is ever asking questions. It's ridiculous. How could you be working at a job, right? You're trying to take care of your family, you're paying your taxes, you're doing everything the right way. How could you honestly align yourself with some of these politicians? These politicians are worth tens of millions of dollars. And then you look at their background, it's like, where did their money come from? See, this is why we're gearing up for a major reset. They have already planned on this full reset long ago, right? And we are coming towards the end of the dollar's reign. We've talked about this, right? The US dollar has been the world reserve currency for over 100 years. This article got written back in, I think, 2021. The US dollar has been the reserve currency for over 100 years. The currency span, the average currency span is 94 years. So as we really kind of look at war breaking out overseas, which again, 9 times out of 10, banks are funded by politicians. They're funded by governments. They're funded by the bankers, if you will. But when we really kind of look at what's going on, conflict is growing. The economy, it's garbage, legit garbage. And they're trying to lie to us about CPI. But all of this is pinpointing to a reset. I mean, everything that we are seeing around us is pinpointing to a reset. And by the way, like I said early on, yeah, real estate is in trouble. Commercial real estate is a big problem right now. Kabaisi Letter actually put this out. Just in, a bank run has begun in China at the Bank of Shanghai, on fears that the collapse of Evergrande made them insolvent. Just a couple months ago, China's largest property developer, Evergrande, filed Chapter 15 bankruptcy. This week, Country Garden, another major Chinese developer, missed a debt payment. All as China's high-yield real estate index is down 85% from its high. Housing alone accounts for 25% of China's entire GDP. China seems to be heading for a recession. And listen, like, this is why we need to be looking at this, because like outside of China, the US is also in free fall. I mean, real estate is a big market that is a signal of what's to come. And I keep telling people, like, listen, as we look at everything going on around us, like, people are questioning, you know, what we're actually doing in terms of fiscal policy and money printing. Like 40%, over 40% of the dollar in circulation printed in the last couple of years. And people are like, well, how could we be so stupid? Like, it's not about stupidity. It's not about, you know, recklessness either. This is all by design. Like, this is by their plan. And again, people will blame Trump. People will blame Biden. It's all nonsense. These are just people that they put in a role and said, hey, look it, now you have somebody to blame. Again, division. In all actuality, guess what? These people and the people behind them specifically, the ones pulling the strings, those are the ones that are in charge. I said this about Biden as well. Like, he's just a fall guy. They could blame, you know, the economy crashing and the, you know, banks going belly up because guess what? Biden, he's incompetent. He's this, he's that. It's just another excuse. It's just something that they could say, like, oh, like, he's just not fit. He's not fit for the role. That's why we were seeing this. No. Listen, we see these problems arise, whether it's a Republican or Democrat, because it's all corrupt and it's all playing by their plan. It's all an elite plan. But what we have been seeing is self-sabotage in the US. Printing dollars, you know, spending it, blowing it, keep inflating it. Their plan is to print another 17 trillion within the next 7 years. I mean, this is all by plan. And like I said, it's all leading up to the big reset, a new reserve currency rising. And I've talked about how we won't actually get a reserve currency. What we are going to see is CBDCs, and they're all going to be connected by some convertible asset, some bridge asset. And this is where I talk about XRP being that bridge currency. Again, is it speculation? Sure it is, but it all makes sense. And going all the way back to that video by Hyan Song Shin, this perfectly describes XRP and on-demand liquidity. They are literally talking about getting rid of the pre-funded accounts, getting rid of Nostro Vostro, having something that is extremely liquid, that can be convertible. And again, I keep telling you guys to focus on the AMM because that will make XRP extremely liquid. And when XRP is extremely liquid and the most liquid asset in the space, the sky's the limit. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.